Today I'm in Torquay on the south coast of Devon, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. No, I'm not going to go mackie bashing on the pier behind me or squid fishing or anything like that. I'm actually joining my mate Dave on his Quicksilver 695. We're going out to the Skerries sandbanks to do a bit of drift fishing with some baits and see what we can find at this time of year, late January. Really excited about it. We've got some lovely weather conditions. I'll just do a pan around to the bay. Now it can be a bit deceiving here in Torquay, but it's about as flat as it's going to get. There isn't a breath of wind at the moment. Yeah, full of optimism for the day ahead. Let's get down to the boat. This is Gadget, a 675 Quicksilver pilothouse. Where is he? Where is he? He's in there somewhere. Morning, Dave. Here is our ride for the day. What a beautiful boat. A lovely two-stroke on the back there. Devon Rig 150. This is going to be really comfortable to fish from. Certainly in comparison to my my 3.5 metre sib. Well, it's flat calm today. There's really no wind at all at the moment. It's quite a cold day, probably about 8 degrees, and the water is just crystal clear for this time of year. Usually we've had, you know, storm after storm battering the coastline, churning everything up, but it's just been unusually calm, and as a result of that, you know, we've got sort of like 8-9 metre visibility inshore. So what we want really for the sort of fishing we're going to be doing today, drifting over the clean ground with baits, just leaving Torquay Harbour there. You see a smoking of it. Gotta love it though, haven't you? A bit of two-stroke in the morning. I'm going to head over to the other side of the bay and try and get some fresh mackerel for bait. Now, what will we be targeting with that? You'll find out. So here we are out on the Skerries banks, and for those of you that aren't familiar, it's an awesome little structure. We've got a start point over there. There's a huge bay that incorporates Slapton Sands, Blackpool Sands, and then over there Dartmouth. And you've got these huge sandbanks that rise and fall. Start off on the shallower end and then it gets deeper as you head towards start point. Now we've just bagged up the essentials for the day. Let's see if I can get one on. Some live mackerel. Fantastic bait for what we're going after today. So Dave just alerted me to what looks like a possible bite on the mackerel bait here. Whilst we're drifting along, we come over a slightly shallower bit. We're just on the drop off of a bit of bank there. There could be something on, so I'll strike into it very gently, turn the ratchet off so it doesn't make a right racket. See what we got. Yeah, you're right, Dave. There's something pulling there, I think. This is a 6 to 12 pound class boat rod here, so probably just about suited to this sort of fishing. Maybe a little bit heavy. I mean, we're using spinning rods as well, but you can still feel something slowly pulling on the end there. I don't think it's a dogfish. If it is, it's the smallest one in the world. Here we come. Tell you what, I don't feel too bad. What we got? Flatty! Oh no!
Little grenade.
A little gurnard. Put the weight down. That's lovely. Is that a grey or a tub?
I think that's a grey. I don't.
Yeah. Nice looking fish though, aren't they?
Yeah.
There we go. First fish of the day. A nice little gurnard on the mackerel strip. Around this time last year, I came to the Skerries on my sib, and I had a half decent session with a nice variety of species. And one of the rigs that I got really well with was this sort of 2-hook running ledger style thing. And the bottom hook there has got a bit of blig on it with some lug and a nice flowing trace. A little bit too high up, there we are. A watch sled and a sliding boom to a bit of rig body line, and then up at the top a ragwell, but that's only on a size 4 hook, just fluttering above it. I'm going to fish that. My H2O Nebula here. You know I love this rod, usually for bass and pollock, but today maybe some flatfish. Well, I've just struck into a fish on the light setup here. You'll have to bear in mind that I've got a 10-ounce lead on, hence why the rod's hooped over like that. But there's definitely something fighting on the end there. Probably a whiting. Seem to be in the midst of a whiting. They're all good size, so it's nice to see them there. I just bounced this one down with the tide. Just sort of trying to feel if it was holding bottom, because we've got a knot of tide here, and even with 10 ounce it's lifting up after a little while. And as I was bouncing it, I felt it just come into contact with something. It's a lively fish, even if it is a little one. Yeah, that's a lovely white, isn't it? The lugworm. I'll show you this here, because that's a healthy fish. Got the belly on it, huge girthy thing. That's a good size for the table right there. We've had a few fish to the boat already, which always sort of puts you at ease a bit, doesn't it, when you've oh. That's just me rod bouncing around. I just wanted to say what a privilege it is to be out here in t-shirts in January. The wind is picking up a little bit now, but it's still fairly mild. Well, in the shelter of the cabin here, I feel quite privileged compared to being on my sib when I'm usually exposed to the elements. Very nice. These pilot houses have a lovely field of view, don't they, inside? Nice boat. Just starting to swing round in the tide here. You may notice the direction we're facing. Wind has picked up from the west, as it was forecast, of course. It couldn't stay that nice forever. So we're contemplating up in anchor now and either drifting for a bit or anchoring up in the shelter of some land. But we've had plenty of fish here. Relentless dogfish and whiting, but good size whiting. I think we should try for something else though. Whiting all day does get a bit boring. You can see Dave there winching in to a nice fish.
Dogfish, probably.
Yeah, PB dog. That's a lovely gurnard. Do you want the net? Yeah. Hang on.
No, don't worry, don't worry.
No? Oh, he's going to swing him in.
Oh, the rod will give us some slack.
Oh, sorry.
It's lovely. Yes.
That is huge, man. Well, that was a little bit hectic then. Wow, what a beautiful fish though.
It's lush, isn't it?
Look at the colours on it. You can hear it grunting. That's amazing, mate. Well done.
Sweet.
Well, we're into another fish here. We're just drifting along and we're almost at the end of it. Here we are, something a bit different. Right, let me get it up. I don't want to knock the weight against the side of the boat. Just lift him up.
No, it's alright, because we got sea weights to nice white
Coating on it.
coating so don't mark the boat. What did you get?
Place. Nice place. That's what we're coming for, really.
If I come around here, you can get it in the light.
There we go.
Nice.
That's what it's all about, the Skerries Bank, isn't it? Place fishing. And that one actually took the mackerel strip on a, on a Frio hook. Intended for something a bit different, but
it's a proper hook. What hook is it?
I don't know, what are they?
It's a troker.
Troker, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooked in the lip, lovely. Chuffed with that. It's quite skinny. They usually are this time of year, but yeah, really chuffed with that. A nice winter place on the Skerries Bank. Fantastic. That puts a smile on your face every time. That was such beautiful creatures, the dolphins. Where are they gone? Where are they gone? There's one. Awesome stuff, isn't it? You know what? Last year when I came out to the Skerries, I saw them at the start of the day. And here they are on the end of the day. Let's see if we can move ourselves forward a bit. There we go, that's fantastic. Beautiful. Just playing in that bow wave. Here we are, back in Torquay Harbour after a great day's fishing at the Skerries Banks. A few surprises for us, and yeah, plenty of action all day. Really nice to get that place at the end there, and to see the dolphins just tops it off, doesn't it? Thank you very much for watching as always. Videos do get a bit hard to do in the winter, just because I'm not out fishing as much, and if I do, I'm usually not catching anywhere near as much. But there's some surprises in store, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up with them. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Appreciate all the support as always. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.